Steve, you and I are checking out a game called Bellwright, and this is from a team that I hooked up with a long time ago called Donkey Crew. And you might recognize that name and go, wait a second, what else did they make? Last Oasis is a game I absolutely adored. And I found out that they were working on Bellwright. Had to find out what was going on. Last Oasis is gone. We're now moving into the future, what they're working on here. And this is set in a medieval setting, I would call it, with a crafting survival city builder. Think of Manor Lords, but in 3D, or sorry, in third person as a crafting simulator, sort of esque, if that makes. There's a lot kind of clumped into this one, Steve. It's kind of how I'm going, right? But right off the hop, dude, gotta recommend this game. It's in early access right now. I'm all in. This has got me. How about you?
Oh, I'm recommending this as well. It's not my top of the range genre of games, the city building, that kind of settlement, the upgrades and the crafting, but like you just touched on, they've incorporated so much in this game. And for me, I was trying to find out what was a little bit different from this particular game compared to others like Valheim, and I have to say there is quite a few differences that I did like about this game, and one of them is straight off is the companion that you have with you that can help you gather resources and help you on your journey, basically, to start this new settlement.
Yeah, that's exactly it, right? So you're tasked, I think the opening cinematic I thought was very, very cool. Sets up the story. I don't want to spoil it. Just honestly, just go check it out. I thought it was a wicked story to get you going into the game and why you go into this first village, which then sets you on your path of, okay, there's a couple things I need to do, but I'm going to go build my own settlement. That's what you really want to do, is you want to focus on building your settlement up, and then you build all these other buildings that go alongside with it, right? So you pull up the tech tree, and I'm like, yes, this is the Donkey Crew touch, because there is a tech tree and it is just loaded with so much stuff that I'm like, okay, where do I want to go next? What do I want to focus on gathering? How do I unlock some of these items that I want, right? So my settlement, pretty basic, simple right now, but dude, I'm getting up there to the point where like I'm about to get a town hall. Then I'm gonna have to go out and build, right? So you hire on these settlers to join your settlement, and then they basically, you can set them up as a companion to work around your settlement, to follow you, or you can guard, right? Yeah. So because why you want them to guard is because you get raided. That's a problem, man. I got raided a couple times. I got taken out once, survived.
I did.
Here, dude, so my settler there, he died. So it comes up, he flat out dies, and it goes, so-and-so is disgruntled. I'm like, no, he's dead.
Yeah. But I do like, they give you warning. They say you're going to be raided tomorrow. Yeah, sure. Or in the afternoon and things like that. So when I pulled up my map, I actually saw the three guys coming towards my settlement. Yeah. So I had a couple of other settlements. So me and my comrade sort of went out. We thought we would try and take them out before they got to the settlement. Unfortunately, I didn't like the combat in this game.
Yeah.
They do say, like, because it's mouse and keyboard, is move the mouse around for if you want to swipe from left to right or up and down, that kind of thing for chopping up wood. But the combat fighting the raiders or the bandits was a nightmare. And again, like most survival games, when you die, you can actually go back and get your belongings. Yeah. But what I did like is if you die more than once, you don't lose everything. I think I had about 3 different skulls in the same area. So at least I could keep going back and get my resources back. But the combat against the bandits was brutal. And yes, they did kill my guy as well. He had a lot of arrows in him. Yeah, so he was on the floor.
You don't lose him, though. He actually respawns and comes back in your settlement. So I was like, okay, did I just lose my settler? Do I have to go? I wish that was a permanent thing. If my settler dies, that's a loss to me, right? I think that would have been a cool touch. That'd be maybe more of a hardcore kind of mode to go out and play. You gather your settlers and all of a sudden you die and you lose that settler. I think that would be fantastic. But here it didn't happen at all. Early access, again, this might be something down in the future. Who really knows? Getting to the combat, dude, this is Donkey Crew. That was just like, man, they haven't really adjusted the combat from Last Oasis over to Bellwright. It is still the same mechanic. I'm hoping they fine-tune it because, like you say, it is not the most enjoyable combat I've ever played in a game before. And speaking of not enjoyable, dude, the voice acting in this game is absolutely horrible. This
very flat.
Yo, boy, God, flat is an understatement. I'm like, everybody's just like one monotone. Just everything is just, nobody there is excited. Nobody has any energy, no enthusiasm. I'm like, everybody's just going, my life sucks right now, and I need you to help me. I was just like, oh my God, I can't do it. just let me finish past whatever you got going on, and let me go do my quest. And I'm going ahead and I'm gonna go kill somebody. Actually, one of my quests is to go kill somebody. I'm like, this is sick. I wish you could crouch. You can't crouch. That's another thing I kind of picked up on. I'm like, man, I'm going out to hunt. Which, okay, so it's a survival game. Dude, I don't really need to eat for myself. You're really going out to hunt for your settlers so that you can feed them. That's the main key as of right now, or at least where I'm at. I'm about the 8 to 10 hour mark in around there. And having a blast playing, looking to the, okay, what resources do I need to gather? Oh, I have to go research this first. Okay, well, in order to do that, I have to get these resources, which then go into this item, which then my settler will come over. He'll take care of that. That's the cooler part too. When you make all these little places, right? So I've got I got a crafting table, and I've got my research table, and I've got a couple other things too, right? Like a linen board and stuff like this. But you can now either go in, do it yourself, or you can go in to manage, and you could actually get your crew, your settlers, to go in and take care of all of these items for you, and allow you to continue to go do what you want to do. I'm like, oh, cool. A neat way of micromanaging, right? Okay, I need a bunch of linens. I'm going to go in here. I'm going to click on it, make sure I got the resources. Oh, I don't have the resources. That's okay too, because my worker now is going to go out, gather those resources, and then come back and do that item for me. And then next thing you know, when I come back, now I can go to my crafting table. I can get some new gear. I can get some new linens. I can get this, that, and the other. Very, very cool. I'm looking towards now what's in the roadmap. I think that's the key for the future of this game. Here's the bright side. It's co-op as well. Like, that was cool.
Yes.
You jumped in. Steve, you're still in my world, dude. So, yeah, okay, so obviously, clearly, Steve and I haven't played since the last time we played co-op. But yeah, every time I come into this one village, you're still sitting there. Like, that's funny. So I kind of thought maybe you just need to pass out or just leave altogether. Nope, you still linger, which is odd to me, but I'm curious to see how that works in the future as well. Again, right? Early access. I'm hoping this game comes to console is the other thing for me. Steve, what about you?
Oh, I was going to say, I think I read up a little bit. I believe it is coming to console.
Yeah, nice.
Not yet. I think they're going to iron out all the bugs and tweaks here on PC first, which makes sense. And then it'll come to console. And I wondered if might enjoy it more. I'm not really a mouse and keyboard kind of person.
Sure.
Again, it's all preferences. But for me, I like control. At least if it's on a PC, at least I maybe use the controller as well. Yeah. Would be cool.
Yeah, they got some fine-tuning, I think, to do when it comes to adding to the controller. But I think they've got a great foundation for Bellwright.
Yes.
And then there's a good chance we can keep this going for a very, very long time. Get into other expansions and other things that I look forward to. This is such a me game. I love just going out, chilling out, gathering resources, kill off a couple animals. There's some wolves coming to attack me. Now here comes some bandits. I want to build up and fortify my settlement, bring in more workers, and then do it all co-op. Yo, I'm down for this game. It is so cool.
Listen, need a certain material for a special project. Thought you might be interested in getting some work. Simple stuff. Working on a set of need a set of stag horns for the helmet. You be willing to gather some for me? In the forest, nearby. Relatively common. Just be careful. A bit skittish, those ones. Might run away if they detect. Get the horns, bring them back to me, collect your reward. Not just coins, but knowledge too.